I had no idea how much I would enjoy this until I got it. The A7C and the Atomos Shinobi are pretty much like a match made in heaven. They're like perfect for each other. And I actually ended up picking up the 5-inch screen as opposed to the 7, even though all of the information out there said that 7 was better. But this screen is quite large, and I feel like if I had gotten the 7, it just wouldn't fit in a run and gun situation. And I know it's not the most exciting thing you could buy. Believe me, I wasn't really that excited about it myself. I just got so sick of dealing with how inaccurate the little built-in monitor was on my A7C, and it's pretty much the same with every other camera I have. This isn't an isolated A7C issue. So I decided that it was finally time to get myself a monitor. I actually got up super early to film this because I wanted to be outside, and in Texas by 9 a.m. it's almost 100 degrees, but I'm gonna show you this. So I started researching monitors. I started watching a lot of different videos, and I had a very specific laundry list of what it was that I wanted out of the monitor that I was gonna be getting. So some of those things were that it would work well outside. A lot of the stuff that I film is outdoors. So I need a monitor that has a bright enough screen so that I can see what's going on even in the brightest part of the day. I also wanted something with an easy to use interface, something that was intuitive, and a touchscreen was a big bonus. And then lastly, size. I wanted a screen that was big enough so that I could easily see what was going on. And the Shinobi checked off all of those boxes. And I mean, it wasn't super cheap, but when I was looking around at some of the more budget monitors, when they had all of the specs that I actually wanted, the price difference was so marginal at that point. Yes, it was still a little bit more expensive, but I figured that it was worth it to get everything that I wanted, and also have a brand that I know is really good. So if you were looking for a monitor, this is 1000% my recommendation if you are not looking to record internally. But maybe you're on the fence. Maybe you're not sure if you need a monitor or not. So let's talk about why you need an external monitor. Well, I mean, really, if you want to make it really simple here, the main reason that you want it overall is going to be that you can see better. You can see everything better. You're going to be able to nail your exposure. You're going to be able to see if things are focused. If you're focusing manually, you're going to know for sure if you're using an external. No problem. And if you're someone who likes to film outside a lot, this is definitely something that you want in your arsenal, because those little baby screens that are built into your camera, they're not very bright, which means that if you are in a situation where you're filming out in bright daylight, there is no way that you're going to be able to get an accurate representation of what it is that you're filming. So the Shinobi I picked up because the screen is 1000 nits. And to put that into perspective, your iPhone screen is probably somewhere around 800 nits. So if you take it outside, take a look at it, and just know that the Shinobi will be just a teensy bit brighter than that. Typically, the screen that comes on your camera is only about 300 nits or so. So that's a huge difference. It's seriously like having a beautiful computer monitor with you everywhere you go. Also, just fun fact, I'm vlogging with this right now. It's definitely heavier than just the camera alone, but it's not horrible. It's really not horrible. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. If your camera does not have a built-in flip screen, an external monitor is something that you would definitely enjoy having around. Not only is it great for that, but it's also awesome if you're doing overhead shots or if you're doing awkward angles. Or maybe you have your camera set a little bit further away. Maybe you're not using a super wide angle to film yourself. Well, you can have your monitor set up closer, especially in a studio situation where maybe you've got a boom mic in here, your camera's a little bit further away, you got your monitor. Man, you're in business. And then lastly, false color is a completely different ball game. It works a whole lot like zebras. It's the same school of thought, but it lets you see the exposure of every single thing in your image all at the same time. So there's no switching back and forth to see if, hey, is my face exposed properly? hey, are those clouds blown out? I can see all at the same time if my face is exposed properly and if the clouds are blown out. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. And for me, it's something that it was almost worth getting this thing all by itself. So if any of these reasons that I just listed off apply to you, I really encourage you to look into getting an external monitor. It's just gonna boost your filming abilities to the next level, just for the simple fact that you can see better. And hey, if the Shinobi, as much as I love it, is out of your budget, that doesn't mean that you're screwed. There are so many great budget options out there. And in fact, if you're looking for some reputable brands, Andy Cine, Feel World, Desview, those are all great, reputable budget brands that I've heard great things about from other creators. Just make sure that you're paying close attention to the specs before you buy, especially if you're going to be shooting outside, because even some of the more premium monitors, like the Blackmagic Design Video Assist 3G, I hope I said that right, it only has a brightness of 300 nits, and that's not really any brighter than what you're getting on your camera, despite the fact that it has other attributes that are absolutely fantastic. It's just meant for shooting in an indoor setting. And hey, maybe you're not ready for a monitor yet at all, and that is okay. So if that's you, just go ahead and save this video for later. But if you still want to learn how to accurately expose your videos every single time, check out the video that I'm putting up on screen where I show you how I use zebras to do exactly that. And make sure to check back later for another video, or I'll see you in that one. Either way, I'm seeing you soon. So that's all for now. Goodbye.